even deceive others to behave in the way that they would not have otherwise behave, unlike power. But when you talk about authority, authority is the right to exercise the power. I think when as we move on, we are going to discuss that. And another thing that's very, very important has to do with the autonomy. We have to talk about autonomy, the independence of that of a discipline. But you have mentioned some of those things that make us independent from them. Now, there's most important thing that have to do with methodology and analytical tool that we use in the field of political science. Every discipline want to become scientific, and that is when you use the existing fact, to come to conclusion, so that your conclusion can be used to do certain things, which I want to mention. I want you to tell me what is the aim of political scientists using scientific methods. Let me go to so many. Daniel Egbenure. Daniel.
So he said,
what is the aim of we political scientists using scientific methods? What's our goal? There are two main goals of using scientific method.
The aim of political scientists using scientific method is in order to broaden.
He made mention of two things. That we try to do.
Yes.
Using scientific method. And what are they?
Okay. I actually didn't join the meeting at the beginning.
Oh, okay. Let me ask Omikunle Olufunlayo. Omikunle Olufunlayo, can you tell us? Omikunle Olufunlayo, you have been raising your hand. Omikunle Olufunlayo. Omikunle. Okay, let's Abidin Zainab. Zainab, are you there? Abidin Zainab.
Sir, please, okay. I can't hear you, sir.
Who is on the line now? Who is talking? Yes, who is talking now? Sir, you cannot hear me. Who? Okay. Abidemi Akanbi. Unmute yourself. Yes.
We use science in political science in the sense that we need to study behavior, the social.
When we study the behavior, what do we try to achieve? We are using the conclusion to do two things, which he mentioned yesterday or last week. What do we use? What do we use our findings to do in political science? The method that we use, the scientific method. Okay. David Additional.
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
What do you use scientific methods to do?
Political science, sir.
Yeah?
We use scientific methods to either validate or invalidate certain theories.
So when we validate, what do we do? What are we trying to do?
What we are trying to do is to show that the theory that we have here actually makes a lot of sense and it can be backed.
What are you doing now? What are you doing for me now? What are you doing when you are responding to my question?
I'm trying
to do what? To explain. Explanation. Right. What's the second one? Explanation and what?
And to validate, sir, that's it.
After we explain human behavior or you try explain political event, what do we do next after explanation?
Sincerely, sir, I don't know, sir.
Okay, that's good. Oh yeah, Abidemi Akanbi.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us what, apart from explanation, what is the main goal of science or scientific method?
Main goal of science.
Scientific method, yeah. After explanation.
I will get, after the explanation, then we'll form theories.
What do you use your theory to? You use your theory to explain and do something.
Okay,
let's try another person. Let's try another. Akane Jubril.
Sir, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, what do we use scientific method? What's the goal of science or the goal of scientific method in political science apart from explanation?
Yes, we also use it to predict.
Oh, good of you. You can clap for yourself there. That's good.
Okay, sir.
That's good. That's explanation and prediction. Very, very, very important. Very, very important. Thank you very much for that answer. Now, when you talk about what kind of discipline in political science, social science discipline or behavioral sciences, we try to study human behavior. Because political science is an aspect of social science. And social science, I've told you, studies a man as a social entity. When they say somebody is a social entity, that means somebody that relates, that interacts. And in the process of interacting, in the process of relating, you have to behave. There's some behavior that you put up, attitude, values, and so on and so forth. So, and different disciplines study different aspects of man's behavior. We are talking about political behavior here. When you're talking about the political context in which human beings will behave. But there are other, disciplines or subsystems, that studies what man. Who can tell us one? Atacho, Fida Aneche. Atancho. Are you hearing me? Atancho. Okay. Jeremiah Jubril.
Yes, sir. You said disciplines that study the behavior of man. Yeah, sociology studies human behavior. Then
what aspect of human behavior does a sociologist study?
The behavioral aspect, sir. Behavioral aspect.
What kind of? No. Sociologists try to explain behavior of man in relation to his interaction in the society.
Yes.
Talking about social relation, what takes place in the family, what takes place in work organization, workplaces, what takes place, like in the school, and the level of institutions, even at the level of the state. What's the relationship between state and society? These are some of the things that sociologists try to study. Yes, can you tell us another aspect?
Psychology. The mental.
Psychology. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Then we talk about historical. We talk about geographical. Who can tell me? Akinfoluwa Babatunde, can you tell us how geography is related to political science? Because Professor Osage mentioned that all of these subsystems are mutually dependent, are mutually reinforcing. So can you tell us how geography is related to in the study of human behavior? Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
Geography studies human behavior based on the content of the environment.
The environment
influences behavior.
Which of the environment are you talking about? Physical environment or human environment? Okay, that's okay.
Physical and
because in our social sciences, the Faculty of Social Sciences, we have an aspect of geography that is different from that which they have in science. They study physical geography. We are talking about human geography here, and how human beings relate with the environment, and how the environment influence the behavior of man, and how man also influence the environment. So let me give you I think we have about 12 minutes left to ask your questions. Let me unmute, Adiola Agoro. Do you have any question? Adiola Agoro. Yes.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Now. Hello,
good morning, sir. Hello, good morning, sir. Ayodele Precious, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Ayodele Precious. Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Yes, answer your question.
This is okay. My question is, sir, please, can you explain the study of generalization and theories for us again, sir?
Let me move on. Ayodeji, let me look for. Ayodeji. Okay. Ayodeji Precious, can you unmute yourself now? Yes.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for the lecture. It has been very impactful and good, sir.
That's good.
My question is that, please, sir, can you re-explain the body of generalization and theories as part of the prerequisite of being a distinct discipline, sir?
Oh, that's good. That's good. When you are talking about generalization, that is what will come out when we carry out our political analysis. You try to generalize, by making a statement that is intended to provide explanation in more than one situation. For example, now, why am I a lecturer? I can say that I'm a lecturer because I desire to be a lecturer. That's it. That means if you can confirm it in maybe this university, in most of maybe from the mouth of most lecturers here, that lecturers come here to lecture because they desire to be lecturers. That's a generalization. But when it comes to theory, you have to prove it in other areas. You have to subject it to what verification what tests, because generalization is like it's not almost it's not that distinguish. We cannot,